Hi, fourth grade. I hope you guys are well, and I also hope that you went and listened to the devotional first. And if you haven't, well, now would be the time to stop this video, go listen to it, and then get back here and hit play. But if you already did that, well then, let's go ahead and start our class. Hi again. I hope you guys are well. I miss you every day. I wish we could be together. But going into the class, today we are going to finish the chapter by practicing everything that we did in it, doing the review at the end of the chapter. As you know, there's always a review at the end of each chapter that we use to practice before we take our test. So that means that this Thursday, the 30th, April 30th, you guys will have your test on chapter number 7. All right, so there it is. Test this Thursday, April 30th. So, and after that, guess what? We're going to read Charlotte's Web together. Yay! And that's what we're going to be doing for the rest of our 4th grade school year, finally. All right, so grab your textbook because that's where we're going to be working. I'll tell you which page in just a second. All right, so that's pages 182, 183 of the textbook, pages 182, 183 of the textbook. Remember, this is a video. You can pause, grab your stuff, open the book, and hit play again. All right, we can start. So the first thing that we have is number 1 that says, mark the things that stories, folktales, and fables all have in common. So one of the things that we first studied after reading our chapter at the beginning of the story, or the other way around, the story at the beginning of the chapter, was folktales and fables, because precisely that's what we read at the beginning of the chapter, a folktale. So they have different characteristics that we went over. If you need to take a look at them, they're on page 170, 171. So we have a list of 10 different characteristics. Not all of them are characteristics of stories, folktales, and fables. So what we have to do is mark the things that these 3 stories, folktales, and fables have in common. Let's take a look. All right, so letter A says they are short. Is that a characteristic that they have in common? No. Letter B says they are long. Is that a characteristic that they have in common? No. Letter C says the characters are animals. The characters are animals. All right, that's true for one of them, for fables, but not necessarily for folktales. Yes, the folktale that we read had a dog as one of the characters, but he didn't really speak. So that's not a characteristic that stories, folktales, and fables have in common, so no. Letter D says they are passed down orally, meaning se cuentan por boca, o sea, se dicen, se cuentan con la boca. Is that a characteristic that they have in common? Yes, so mark that down. Letter E. They have stage directions. Tienen dirección de qué hacer en un escenario. No, that's not it. So you don't have to mark that one down. All right, letter F says they are narratives. They are narratives. Son narrativas. Yes, they do have that in common. So mark that down, letter F. All right, letter G. They are traditional. They are traditional. No, they don't have that in common. Letter H. They have characters. Tienen personajes. Right? Pretty obvious, yeah. So go ahead and mark that down. Letter I. They teach lessons or morals. Enseñan una lección o moral. Fables do. Yes, you're right. Fables do. But it's not a characteristic. I mean, stories, there's always a message behind them. But like fables, like that's the point of fables, teaching you something, a lesson. Well, it doesn't happen the same with folktales and stories. So no, that's not a characteristic that they have in common. And letter J, which is the last one, they can be adapted and changed. Pueden ser adaptadas y cambiadas. Yes, they can. Remember with the story of the dog, the folktale about the dog, the San Jerónimo dog? They can be adapted and changed because if you remember the one that we read last year in Spanish class, some details are a little bit different. So yes, they can be changed. They can be adapted. Stories can be changed and adapted. They can be adapted into movies. They can be adapted into shorter versions. Same thing with folktales and fables. Okay, so it should look something like this. All right, next up we have part number two. All right, part number 2 says match the homophones. Now the homophones we found on page 173. What were homophones? Because you probably don't remember, right? I'm not even going to ask if you have been studying. So homophones are words that have the same sound but differ in spelling and meaning. Son los homófonos, palabras que tienen el mismo sonido. Fono, de eso viene fono. Y homo, que son iguales. So, son palabras que tienen el mismo sonido, pero la forma que se escriben es diferente y el significado es diferente. So let's see. We have, let me see if I can put them here. All right, here they are. Okay, so first we have road, pear. Listen to the sound of my voice and their pronunciations because that will tell you where are we gonna match them with. So letter A, road. Letter B, pear. C, grease. D, hair. E, scent. F, no. G, rose. And on the other side, we have 1, hair. 2, rose. 3, no. Number 4, road. 5, scent. 6, grease. And 7, pear. Let's see. Letter A, road, matches with what? Is it hair, rose, no, road, scent, grease, or pear? Road. Yes, with number 4. So letter A is number 4, road. Letter B, pear. Pear matches with hair, rose, no, scent, grease, or pear. Pear with pear. So letter B is number 7. Letter C, grease, as in the country, Greece. Matches with hair, rose, no, scent, or grease. Grease, the country, with grease, as in greasy. That grease means grasa. País, el país Grecia y grasa. All right, letter D. Hair. Hair. Matches with hair. Eso tiene acento, pero es que no me di cuenta y le puse, pero eso no lleva acento. So it's hair. Hair. hair de cabello y hair de liebre, el animal que se llama liebre, como el de la tortuga y la liebre, the tortoise and the hare. All right, next up, letter E. Cent. Cent de centavo, as in 1 cent, 2 cents. So cent de centavo with rose, no. Cent. So letter E is number 5. Scent. Number 5, that scent es de olor. Okay, aroma. Letter F. Letter F, no. No de saber. No with no. Number 3, obviously. No de no. No de saber. No, no. And letter G, we only have one left. And that would be rose with rose. Number 2. So este rose es de rosa, la flor. Y este rose es de líneas. Rose. Okay? All right, so it should look like this. 4, 7, 6, 1, 5, 3, 2. Next is part number 3. All right, so part number 3 says, write a sentence for each meaning of the following homographs: wind and present, or wind and percent. Use a dictionary if needed. If you need to use a dictionary, go ahead. Anyways, I will give you a little help. Give me a... All right, so listen, wind and wind has 2 meanings. Well, there's wind, de viento, el viento que sopla. And then there's wind, wind de girar o enrollar. And then the next word is present or present. Está present de presente. Está present de regalo. Está present de presentar. Okay? So ahí tienen 3. Pero lo que vas a hacer es que vas a escoger, vas a utilizar esos dos significados de cada uno. Viento, vas a hacer una oración con viento, o sea, wind. Vas a hacer otra oración con wind, de enrollar o girar. Después vas a hacer una tercera oración con present, de regalo. Y después otra oración de present, de presentar. ¿Ok? O present, del presente. ¿Ok? So, vas a hacer unas oraciones con esas palabras que te acabo de decir. Bueno, con las que tienes ahí, pero ya yo te dije los significados en español. Ahí es individual. Okay? You could say, the wind is very strong today. I loved my present. Thank you, Grandma. I will present you with tonight's movie or something like that. But feel free to be creative. It's individual. Now let's move on to part number 4.